Welcome to the Beginner Guides to Coffee, and today let's talk about milk steaming. One of the biggest problems for beginner baristas who get into coffee, they always try to get a nice secret texture. So I'll share with you guys the easiest way to achieve that. In the first place, why do we steam milk? Milk pairs so well with coffee because milk offers a layer of flavor complexity that complements the natural flavors in coffee. That is why we steam milk. During the steaming process, that high steam pressure causes the fat in milk to expand and to create bubbles. The proteins keep those air bubbles stable, while the lactose, which are the sugars, enhances the sweetness. As you keep heating the milk becomes sweeter and sweeter to a point. Now, around 65 degrees, the milk starts to break down. So it's important to know the perfect temperature when you steam your milk. Today I have my machine here. It is the Oscar II Monelli. It is heat exchange machine. We can steam, we can extract at the same time. Now, if you need this kind of machine, you can contact Q Coffee. So service, maintenance, whatever thing you need. Now, if you want to open a coffee shop as a business owner, you have no idea on what kind of machine to get, how to set your coffee shop, contact Q Coffee. They'll be a great help to you. Thank you so much, Q Coffee, for the great job you did for me. My machine is perfectly fine. So to steam your milk, number one, you need to know your milk level. Now, the level where you put your milk inside a pitcher will determine if you have a successful steaming or not. Based on the coffee industry, there is a guide. Now, below the spout is the guide irrespective of the kind of pitcher you're using. For example, I have these 3 pitchers here and all do have different sizes, okay? But you see, all do have this spout. Now, the reason why the milk should be below the spout is because when we steam milk, we do 2 things. Number one, we introduce air and we integrate the air. Now, if we introduce air, the volume will definitely increase. And when the volume increase, the milk will definitely spill out. That is why it's important to put the milk just below the spout. The next thing, it is purging your steam one. It's important because when you purge the steam one, you remove any condensation that was built in the one to have clearance as well. Now, when steam cools, the water goes back to the machine. For example, without purging the steam one, we have this much water. It means if we steam the milk, we have this amount of water inside our milk and it will be problems when you steam our milk. So it's important to always purge your steam one. The biggest problem, it is positioning the steam one inside the pitcher. Now, to do that, it is really simple. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Hen with another video. So the biggest problem, it is to position the steam one inside your milk. Today I have this transparent V60 saver that I use to make my coffee, and I have some water inside. That is much more easier to demonstrate. So first I push the steam one and then I pull this one. You want to make sure that the steam one should lie inside this spout. Okay, the steam one should lie inside this spout, just like this. It should be at the center of the pitcher. Okay, at the center of the pitcher, just like that. So again, one more time, you push, you pull the steam one. The steam one should lie rest on the spout, the center of your pitcher. Then you can go either left or you can go right. Then the steam one should be just barely below the surface of the milk, just barely below the surface of the milk, not too down like this, because if it's too down, you hear a sound like it means the holes are blocked. And then when it's right at the side, just like this, when it's too much at the side, you also get a sound like this, which is not good. When you expose the steam one too much, you have more bubbles. When you expose the steam one too much, you have more bubbles that as a beginner barista, it is really difficult to control. So it's important to know the perfect position where you put your steam one. And now let's use the milk for example. As you can see, just barely below the spout. Okay, just barely below the spout. It should not be right here. The steam one should lie inside the spout, and then you take it at the center of your pitcher. Okay, the steam one should be just barely below the surface of the milk, not too down. It should be just barely below the surface of the milk. Then you can take it either this direction or this direction. If this direction is okay, and then you want to get that kissing sound like it's that nice vortex, the milk spin inside your pitcher. Okay. So around 65 to 70, so around 55 to 65 degrees, the temperature is okay. Clean this one, and then you give it a nice punch. Then you heat one time to remove any bubbles, and then you have a nice thick texture. See, like paint. We have our temperature reader here, which is really important. As you can see, the temperature ranges from 55 degrees to 65 degrees. Now, the red part here means the milk is overheated, right? Keep it down. Take your cloth. Be clean. One touch. So this is the right temperature when you steam your milk, you see. It should be that range. Now, the next thing it is the pressure. Because as a beginner barista, you're always afraid like the pressure will be too much, the milk will spill out, the milk will not spill out. It's okay. The more the pressure, the easier you get a nice texture. Now, if you put the pressure not full, like some machines that have high pressure, if the pressure is not that much, you have difficulties integrating that particular milk, and it's difficult, so you have bad milk steaming. So when it comes to the air injection, many people do ask like how many seconds should I inject the air? How many, like for me, I don't think seconds is the best way, because different machines do have different way they release pressure, and they have different ways they will react in milk. And also when you place your pitcher, it just depends how you place the pitcher. So for me, I think based on what you have been taught by your instructor as a beginner barista, someone get into coffee, you need to understand by feeling. So when you steam the milk, by feelings, your ears, your eyes, your hand, so you feel the texture is okay. Now again, it just depends what kind of coffee you're making. Now you have cappuccino, you have latte. The amount of air you put when making cappuccino, it is different from when you make cafe latte or flat white. It's just up to you. But you need to know when the texture is good based on what you have been taught, or make a video for that. Again, when you steam your milk, you want to always make sure that your milk should always be inside the chiller as well as your pitcher. Now, some people steam the milk after they take their pitcher, they put on top the machine. Now the copper is already hot. It's a problem already. So when you steam your milk, keep in mind that at some point you inject the air, but you can't integrate the air. You can't mix the milk. So it's really difficult. So for me, I recommend you can put your pitcher as well inside the chiller. So the colder the milk is, the more opportunities or the more time you have to do the steaming process. I want your thoughts in the comments below. For now, I say thanks so much for watching, and hope you have a great day.